Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm gonna show y'all how to do some pretty quick and easy hairstyles for those mornings where you either just don't feel like doing your hair or you're running really short on time. I thought I would share with you guys just a couple of quick little hairstyles to get you out the door in the morning. You could also totally do these hairstyles on straight hair. I prefer a little bit of curled to my style because I just think it looks cuter, to be totally honest. So here we go with the first one. Okay, so this one's pretty basic, I'm not even gonna lie. All I'm gonna do is take maybe like a 2-inch section of hair, pretty thin, just from right behind my ear, right from behind where I want those bangs to fall out. Then I'm just gonna kind of brush it back with my fingers to where, you know, I would want it to lay on my head. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just do a simple 3-strand braid. Simple so far, no big deal. I do like to give my braids just a little bit more volume, so what I'm gonna do is just hold it in place with a bobby pin at the ends, kind of pinning it down a little bit further from where it actually ends so I can give it some room to kind of space it out. And then I'm just gonna go back and kind of fluff everything back up to make my braid just look a little bit thicker, a little bit healthier. So there we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not really looking for perfection. I'm just looking for some kind of an effort in my hairstyle so I can go. Then I'm literally just gonna take this piece and wrap it around the back of my head and take out the bobby pin from the ends and put it up in the middle. Just kind of pin it in place like so. Pretty simple so far. I hope this looks okay from the back. Then I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the exact same thing on the next side. It's really important with the top stitch of this braid to start it where it's gonna lay. Otherwise you're gonna get some weird bumpy areas and it's not gonna wanna lay flat to your head. Again, I'm just gonna pin it at the ends and then go ahead and kind of fluff this little bad boy up. And then once again, I'm gonna just wrap it around my head. I'm just gonna kind of cross it over where that first braid is and pin it into that first braid. And there you have it. This is hairstyle number 1. I know it's really basic, but that's kind of the whole point. You could always add a little bit of teasing right here if you wanted to see more volume in your hair, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm just one of those weird people who likes kind of flatter hair on myself. I just think this look gives you just a little something extra when you're on, like, you know, really dirty hair. Okay, so this next one is pretty easy as well. I'm kind of working with a lot of braids in this video, but you'll see what I mean. So I'm gonna start out by just kind of taking all the hair that is in front of my ear. I just kind of took one little slice going right behind my ear. You could even go from your ear up if that is easier for you to section it off that way. Just take all this hair up front and pin it out of the way for now. Okay, so on the other side, gonna do the exact same thing. I'm just gonna put my finger behind my ear and then just drag it all the way up my head and take this entire front section and once again, just pin it out of the way for now. We'll deal with it later. So you could do a lot of things with this next part. What I'm gonna choose to do is just make a simple bun out of my hair, but you could braid it and then pin it up if you're more into that look. You could really kind of do anything with this part. It's kind of hard to screw up. It's kind of open to interpretation. You can pretty much do whatever you want here, but I'm gonna stick my hair up in just like a super messy bun. Little ears right there. Just kidding. Okay, so now take down the 2 little sections up front. Okay, so what I like to do is I do like to have a couple of pieces around my face just to kind of give it a more softer feminine look. So what I'm gonna do is take this section and just kind of shake a couple of pieces loose. So that's gonna be my little bang section and my little curls that I'll have up front. Also gonna go ahead and just brush this back because we do want this to be just a little bit smoother. Then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is section this hair off into 2 sections and do a little fishtail braid going back. You could always do a regular braid if that's what you're more comfortable with, or if you don't have to have time for a fishtail, because they're kind of time consuming. I'm not gonna lie, if I wasn't filming this video for y'all, I would not be doing a fishtail right here, but for the purposes of this video, I think they do look prettier if you have the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a fishtail in here. The smaller sections you take with a fishtail, the prettier of a fishtail braid you're gonna get. I know it takes like 20 years to do it, but I promise they're totally worth it and they look gorgeous. Once again, it is important with the top of this braid that you try and keep it as close to your head as possible. That's just gonna ensure that it looks really smooth and pretty whenever you're done. And if you can't keep it close to your head, really not that big of a deal. It's nothing bobby pins can't fix. Okay, so now that I'm pretty much done with this, I'm gonna do kind of the same thing as I did with the first hair braid. I'm just gonna pin it down a little bit further from where the braid ends, and then I'm gonna go back through, and you probably guessed it, I'm gonna fluff it up. Okay, so once I'm done fluffing it up, there is this little rogue hair here that kind of escaped, I guess, while I was braiding, but no worries, nobody's ever probably gonna notice that anyways. So same thing as the first one, I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and pin it back. Kind of draped it across the exact same way. I like to go over the bun and then go around it because I think that looks really pretty. And then just pin into your bun like so. And after all that, we're gonna go ahead and do the next side. I'm just gonna take this section, shake out whatever pieces I want from the front, and then splitting it in half to start that awesome process of fishtailing. So I'm just gonna go down a couple of more inches and bobby pin it and fluff it up a little bit. Okay, then you can probably guess what the next step is. I'm gonna wrap it around and pin it back into that bun. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of drape everything across like so. Take the bobby pin out of the ends. And then once again, wrap it around. And what I like to do with the end of this one is kind of tuck it up underneath the first one. That makes any sense at all, so you kind of can't see it. And that way it's just a little bit more hidden. This is hairstyle number 2. This is probably my favorite one to wear lately, just because I feel kind of princessy and special when I wear my hair like this, I'm not gonna lie. So for this final one, I'm gonna kind of break up my part just a little bit and kind of brush everything pretty much from where you would put a headband back. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I call a really big cornrow on the back of my head. I like to do it kind of in a diagonal, just from like starting here, ending here style. So this one is really, really great if you just got out of the gym, which I never have, or if you just got done working out, which I rarely do, or if you have really, really dirty hair, which I'd always do. This one's really good because it hides a lot of those problems you would probably encounter. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is take just a little baby section right here where I want the braid to start. How you're gonna do this braid is instead of going over everything like you would with a French braid, you're actually gonna braid everything under so the braid is exposed. So I like to start out with just a couple of basic stitches going underneath before I've started to add any hair, just so I can get a good base to the braid. Then I'm gonna start incorporating hair into the braid. Just gonna take a little small section and go back with it and add it to the outermost piece. With French braids, you always add hair to the innermost piece, but with Dutch braids, you're gonna add hair to the outermost pieces. Also wanna make sure that the pieces that you're pulling back are really smooth, otherwise you're gonna have a super hella bumpy braid. So there we go, I'm just gonna slide my finger on back. It's kind of a big section, but it kinda is okay. You can kinda just do your thing. And then just continue to do this until you're out of hair, basically. So basically, I've pulled this section and then I'm just gonna add it to that and then bring it back into the braid. And I'm scooping up another outer section, bringing it back under, and just kind of continuing this pattern. Forgot I don't have any elastics here with me. That's totally embarrassing. So I'm gonna stick a bobby pin in the end of my hair for now, where normally I would totally use an elastic to seal that. That is about it. It's just a cute little braid that goes diagonally back. Like I said, I can't see the back of my head right now. Sometimes where you've pulled hair back to section it, you will see a little bit of your skin through there. So for that, I do like to loosen up the braid just a little bit and then just kind of mess up where you had those partings in your hair, and that'll make it to where you can't see your scalp. So that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and maybe I'll do more hair videos in the future. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please, if you have any questions at all, leave them down below for me. I'm also gonna go ahead and leave the links to an amazing hair creator, stylist, braider on YouTube. She is super inspirational when it comes to hair, and she does cover all the braids. Like if you don't know how to Dutch braid, if you don't know how to fishtail braid, she'll explain all that much better than I could for you on her channel. So I'm gonna leave a link to her channel down below. But like I said, if you have any more questions at all, please let me know. And if you guys have any ideas for videos for me to shoot, let me know. I'm here for y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye guys. What if I just stopped here? Yes? No?